Hello, my friends. I had trouble recording this earlier today, so I'm going to try one more time. I've had several short videos going through the various parts of working with a close to my heart style scrapbook workshop. And I have to be honest with you, as I told you in the first one, I used to look at these and go, I love the layouts, but ew, that just looks I don't know what that means. And I decided that I was going to stop being a little crickety snob and I was going to look at it and I was going to take my time because I'm not sure how many of you have been following my blog, but we have an opportunity to spend some more time at our campsite on the lake this summer, which it has internet to a degree and it's more glamping than camping, but it's okay. But I don't really have room for a Cricut, but yet I still want a paper craft. So I decided that I got to teach myself that I can do this. Simple is better. So anywho, I've been sharing my journey through this one. If you missed the beginning, go back and watch one of the other ones. I don't want to go over all this stuff again. I just want to show you what is happening as we're putting it together. So the first video, I talk about what these are all about and how they work. Close to my heart sadly decided it was time for them to stop, and Stampin' Up absorbed many of what they offer and will be offering more. So more of these workshops are coming. Stampin' Up was not known for scrapbooking, but they listened and they will be. So we're going to learn how to use this style because it's going to work really well going forward. All right, so I showed you how to actually follow the cutting guides, and I cut all of these pieces with you in a video. It's on YouTube. If you go check that out, you'll find it. The simplest way to find any of those is just go to karamiller.com and you'll see the links to everything. You can only purchase this workshop this one's not available anymore at all. The next one, the Lake Life, which that's appropriate, is available right now, but only if you were a Close to My Heart customer before. So if it doesn't show up when you look at my Stampin' Up website, that's why. But more are coming that are available to everybody. Okay, enough about that. Let's take a peek. This is layout number 1, which if you look at the directions, it shows you samples. I don't have photos in these yet. But I wanted to show you, it doesn't look square, but they are. It's kind of the way they squeeze them to fit on this page. So here is layout number 1. And I showed you on the previous video how I put this together following the instructions. And this is page 2. They're ready to just add my photos and they will tuck in underneath. Okay? So there's that one. I spent a previous video on more time with this one. Let's look at the next one. Layout 2, this is the cutting guide. This packet came all together along with this. Layout 2 is right here. And it starts with, it tells me at the top, prepare for both pages. Now this had an optional that I didn't do, and it made it a little complicated to try and figure out what I was looking at. What it wanted to share was a technique using stencils, which are included in the kit. And each one of the workshops usually has an extra something that you learn during it. I didn't do this because my goal was to just see could I actually handle the kit. But these have little stencils that I would use with my blending brush and my inks, and I would stencil. And maybe we'll do that another day, but for today, we are just going to figure out how to put these little babies together. So that's the optional. It tells you how, tells you where to stencil them. Now it says assemble. We may have lost our connection. I just got a message that said it wasn't happy, but I'm going to keep going and hope we're recording anyway. We look like we are. And if it's not on Facebook, don't worry, I'll get it to you. Next, we're going to use French vanilla. All right, so here are page 1 and 2. This is page 1 of layout 2. I know. Remember we have all these die cuts and they're labeled on the back so that you know which project they go with. This is the fun part later. We'll put these little babies over here. And this, I found that sometimes they just look super busy and they're really hard to figure out. They give you the photo if you just want to follow the photo, but they also break it down here and give you the letters. You can go back to the cutting guide and see what's 2E. Well, this is 2E. It's a 3x4 that we cut out of this pattern paper. So you can look at them, but it's really a lot. If you can take away the photos, you'll then see what the background paper looks like. Now, you can't do that in the picture, but imagine it. So it takes a minute. I didn't glue these down yet because I wanted to show you. So this in the picture is stenciled, which is why it looks a little different than mine. Then it's this strip, then this one, then this one, then these 1, 2, 3, and they're all positioned evenly. Now, if you're a measuring nudge that's going to be awake at night, if this isn't exactly right, it does tell you where everything goes and how to set them up. They're 3/8 of an inch apart. I didn't worry about it. It's 1/8 of an inch apart on the strips. I eyeballed it. I said, yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. I lined these guys up so they were even, and then I will glue them down. Then I'm going to take my 2 photos, pop those on. Then it's the fun part. Now the Love This Day. I want to drop something. This is a sticker sheet. Remember I showed you these at the beginning. I played with this and then I put it down on. We'll get there. This is my fault, not the sticker. It was great before I messed with it. There. So it's Love This Day, and that's going to go right here. There's the title, already done, right? Don't you love that? Oh, it just makes my heart sing that it's that easy. And then it's all these other little die cuts that I have that I'm going to use. Ooh, the cute little banner at the top. So it's this triangle. This one, nope, this one. And this one. Nope, that goes on another page. Hold on, I'll find it. This one goes right here. And then I'm going to use these little embellishments that came and pop those in between. And it's going to look like it's hanging on a ribbon. Then I'm going to add this sweet little tab is going to go here. So you can see I can add all this foof to this layout, right? So that's the fun part. It's like decorating cookies. And then I'm ready for layout. Now, I'm at my desk and not on my counter. I don't have as much room. And then here is layout number 2. Same thing. I took the photos off because I think it makes it easier to see. Layout number 2 right here, but sometimes it's a little much. So if I take off the photos, you can see, and this is glued down already. This is the background. So basically making a really cool background paper. And then I'm going to add my photos. 1, 2. And the reason I wanted to show you this is if I were freaking out that my corners weren't exactly perfect, look, I'm covering them up. You're not even going to tell. It's going to not show whether it was perfect or not. And then Sunny Days goes right through there, and that's going to cover up that. Not going to matter if it's not perfect. So you don't have to measure everything. And then I've got a sticker, a journaling sticker right here. And that, according to the paper picture, is going to go right here, right? And then fill it in again, just like cookies, decorating away. This one, I'm going to tell you, layout number 3 was a little more challenging. It was these sweet little diagonals and triangles, Yep, it was a little trickier. So what I did was I started with one triangle and worked my way around the edges, kind of like you do a puzzle. Start with the edges, it works easier. And worked my way in. And I realized that it really isn't that daunting. And if it isn't perfect, again, it's not gonna matter. It's really okay. These photos don't have any mats on them. And I used the extra embellishments as directed, right? And then finally, the final layout is this one, and I haven't added any foofy stuff to it. This goes like this. I've got the three 3x4s, and then all these triangles, which I haven't glued them all down. I just wanted you to see that it's really not that hard. And if it's not perfect, remember something's gonna go on top of it and it's gonna cover up the part that isn't really perfect. So the bottom line to all of this is give this a try. Don't be daunted by it. The current one that's available is Lake Life, if you were a Close to My Heart customer before. If you weren't, you can still follow along with us as we create it and use your own paper. Use what you have, but just follow us along. So I'll be posting this in my classroom. You can enroll. It will be a free class. You can enroll in it. Once these become available, the classes will be free with purchase. Right now, because not everybody can have one, I'm gonna let everybody come and see what you think. But if you do purchase something from my site, I have a little something for you and I will send you a little gift. So if you were a previous Close to My Heart customer and you don't have a current, I get confused with the names, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Close to My Heart makers, if you don't have a current one, I would love to help you. Please reach out and we will get you started. Have a great day. Bye.